I'm coming for what belongs to my family.
I'm standing in First Union Bank with exactly $17 in my pocket. And the manager just told me I need $650 to open a safe deposit box I didn't even know existed until 3 days ago. I'm 48 years old, unemployed for 4 months, and my uncle just sold my grandfather's company for $500 million while the rest of us got nothing. This is the story of how one box destroyed 15 years of lies. My name is Thomas, and 3 months back I got laid off from my warehouse supervisor position at Harper Distribution after 21 years. They automated half the facility, and my perfect attendance record meant nothing when robots work cheaper. My savings evaporated, paying for my daughter Sophia's final year at community college. She's studying accounting, determined to be the first in our family with a 4-year degree. When she offered to take a semester off to help, I refused. "Your education is the one thing nobody can take from you," I told her, putting on that brave face parents master over the years. But being brave meant selling my pickup truck, emptying my 401k with massive penalties, and moving from a decent 2-bedroom to a studio apartment above Martinez Hardware that permanently smells like turpentine and has plumbing that groans all night like something's dying in the walls. My grandfather, Edward Martinez, started Valley Freight Solutions in 1966 with nothing but a borrowed delivery truck and a handshake agreement to transport furniture from a local manufacturer to stores across state lines. He'd sleep in that truck 3 nights weekly to save motel costs, shower at truck stops, eat sandwiches my grandmother Rosa packed in repurposed containers. By the time I was born in 1976, Valley Freight had 14 trucks and a warehouse facility. By my 10th birthday, it was 35 trucks spanning 3 states. Grandpa Edward never forgot his roots, though. He still drove truck number 1, that old Kenworth he'd purchased with his first real profit, maintaining it with salvaged parts and pure stubbornness. "Thomas," he'd tell me during those summer rides, when he taught me to shift gears on empty country roads. "Real wealth isn't measured by what you accumulate, but by what you can give back. Remember that after I'm gone." I remembered everything about those summers. The diesel smell mixed with his cologne that clung to everything. How he'd buy coffee for struggling folks at truck stops, treating homeless people with the same respect he showed bankers. How he knew every driver's children by name, their birthdays, their problems. Edward Martinez built an empire on the radical concept that business was fundamentally personal. My father, Carlos, was Grandpa's oldest son, a Marine who did 3 tours overseas before returning to work dispatch at Valley Freight. He married my mother, Linda, when both were 26, had me a year later, then my sister Monica 5 years after that. Dad was being groomed to eventually take over the company, learning every aspect from ground level up, exactly how Grandpa had done it. But a drunk driver ran a stoplight on Route 22 one rainy Thursday evening in 2006. Dad died instantly, they said, which was supposed to comfort us, but never did. I was 30, Monica was 25, and Mom became a widow at 55. Uncle Kenneth came to the funeral in a BMW, checking his BlackBerry throughout the eulogy. He was 6 years younger than Dad, but existed in a completely different universe. While Dad attended state college and then enlisted, Kenneth went to Columbia for his MBA. While Dad worked at Valley Freight learning the family operation, Kenneth became an executive VP at Sterling Capital Management in Manhattan, handling hedge funds and speaking a language of derivatives and leveraged acquisitions that might as well have been ancient Sanskrit to the rest of us. "Such a tragedy," I overheard him telling someone at the reception. Carlos had real potential. He said it like driving trucks was beneath our family, like the empire Grandpa Edward built with his own hands was something shameful. But Grandpa heard him too, and I witnessed something shift in his expression that day, a calculation being made, a decision being filed away for future reference. 5 years later, when Grandpa got diagnosed with advanced lung cancer that had already spread, Uncle Kenneth suddenly became extremely interested in the family business. He took extended leave from his Wall Street firm, relocated from New York, and positioned himself at Grandpa's bedside like a devoted son. "The company requires leadership during this transition," he announced at a family meeting in Grandpa's living room. "I have the expertise to ensure Valley Freight survives this crisis." Mom, still grieving Dad and overwhelmed by Grandpa's terminal diagnosis, simply nodded. Monica was pregnant with her first child, dealing with her own challenges. And me? I was working as a shift supervisor at a distribution center, making $42,000 annually, and thinking Uncle Kenneth was sacrificing his prestigious career to help the family. We were all incredibly naive, or maybe we just desperately wanted to believe that family meant something more than opportunity. Grandpa Edward died on a freezing February morning in 2011. The hospice nurse called at 6:45 a.m., and by the time I rushed over, Uncle Kenneth was already there, making arrangements, taking control like he'd been rehearsing for this moment. He stood blocking the doorway of Grandpa's room, cell phone pressed to his ear as he discussed funeral packages with directors. "I need to see him," I said. "The funeral service is en route," Kenneth replied without looking at me. "There's nothing to see." But I pushed past him anyway. Grandpa looked peaceful finally, after months of pain no amount of medication could fully erase. His hands, those huge hands that had built everything from nothing, were folded across his chest. Someone, probably the nurse, had dressed him in his favorite flannel shirt, the blue and black checkered one he wore for family dinners. At the funeral, Uncle Kenneth delivered a eulogy that would have been moving if you didn't know him. He spoke eloquently about legacy and family values, about honoring the past while building for the future. He actually shed tears when he talked about learning to drive on Grandpa's trucks, though I couldn't recall a single instance of that actually happening. "Dad always said family comes first," Kenneth concluded, gripping the podium with apparent emotion. "I promised to honor his legacy and protect what he built for all of us." Mom squeezed my hand. Monica wiped away tears. Even I felt something resembling hope, that maybe losing Grandpa would finally bring us together, that Kenneth had finally grasped what truly mattered. 2 weeks later, we gathered in the conference room at Patterson and Associates, a law firm that had handled Valley Freight's legal matters for 23 years. Mr. Patterson, a gaunt man with wire-rimmed glasses who'd known Grandpa since the early days, looked profoundly uncomfortable as he organized papers on the mahogany conference table. "I want to begin by expressing how sorry I am for your loss," he started, not making eye contact with anyone. "Edward was an extraordinary man." "Thank you," Mom said quietly. "He thought highly of you as well." Mr. Patterson's jaw tightened visibly. He picked up a document, his hands trembling slightly. "The last will and testament of Edward James Martinez, dated November 20th, 2010. Marquez 20. Just 3 months before he died, when the cancer had invaded his brain. When he was on so much pain medication, he sometimes didn't recognize us. To my son, Kenneth Robert Martinez," Patterson read, his voice completely flat. "I leave full ownership and control of Valley Freight Solutions, all associated properties, equipment, contracts, and assets, as well as my personal investment portfolio and all remaining property." The silence that followed was so absolute, I could hear the fluorescent lights humming overhead. "What about the rest of us?" Mom finally asked, her voice small and bewildered. Patterson cleared his throat uncomfortably. "There are no other beneficiaries named in the will." "That's impossible," Monica said, her hand protectively over her pregnant belly. "Grandpa always said the company would be divided between his children, and Dad would have gotten half if he were alive." "You were never mentioned in the will," Kenneth said, his voice carrying that practiced sympathy I'd heard at the funeral. "Neither were Thomas or Monica. Dad felt I was the only one qualified to preserve and expand his legacy." "Trolley was your brother," Mom said, tears beginning to fall. "Edward loved him. He wouldn't just forget his grandchildren." Kenneth slid a copy of the will across the table. There it was, in black and white. Grandpa's shaky signature at the bottom, witnessed by 2 nurses I've never seen before. "Dad made this decision when he was clear-minded," Kenneth said. "He knew I had the business expertise to take Valley Freight to the next level. He wanted to ensure the company survived and prospered." "This is about money," I said, finding my voice. "You manipulated a dying man to change his will." "Be very careful about making accusations you can't substantiate," Kenneth replied, his mask slipping momentarily to reveal something cold underneath. "This will has been properly executed and witnessed. Any challenge would be expensive, lengthy, and ultimately futile. Mr. Patterson wouldn't look at any of us. He just kept arranging and rearranging his papers, while Kenneth explained how he'd be generous, how he'd make sure we were taken care of with a small settlement payment. $25,000 each, enough to cover funeral expenses and transition costs. That's guilt money, I said, standing up. You stole everything, and you're offering us scraps. I'm offering you more than you're legally entitled to, Kenneth said. Accept it or refuse it. Monica was sobbing now. Monica was lovely for me. Monica was lovely for me. Monica was best in for me. Monica was lovely for me. Monica was lovely for me. Monica was best in for me. Monica was lovely for me. Monica was lovely for me. Monica was very cooler. Monica was lovely for me. Monica was lovely for me. Monica was legally for me. Monica was legally for me. Monica was really different. Monica was legally for me. 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 Monaco is 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 legally for me. Ultimately, sobbing now. Mom sat frozen, staring at the will like if she looked hard enough, different words would magically appear. And I realized Uncle Kenneth had won before we even knew there was a game being played. Over the next 15 years, I watched from the sidelines as Uncle Kenneth transformed Valley Freight into something Grandpa Edward would never have recognized. He terminated drivers who'd been with the company for decades, replacing them with independent contractors who received no benefits, no security, no loyalty. He sold off the vintage trucks, including Grandpa's original Kenworth, to collectors and salvage yards. The local routes that had been the company's foundation were abandoned for more profitable long-haul contracts with corporations that squeezed every penny from their vendors. The financial press loved him. Kenneth Martinez modernizes family freight firm, the headlines proclaimed. From trucks to tech, how Valley Freight became a $500 million algorithm. Mom died in 2019, never recovering from what she perceived as her father-in-law's betrayal. She spent her final years in a Medicaid nursing home, while Kenneth purchased an $18 million estate in Connecticut. Monica moved to Washington State with her kids after her divorce, severing ties with everyone because the pain of what we'd lost was too much to maintain connections. And me? I kept working warehouse jobs, each one slightly worse than the last as automation consumed the industry. I raised Sophia alone after my wife Carmen left, unable to handle my bitterness and rage at how things had turned out. Every Christmas, Kenneth would send a card with a check for $1,200, his signature flourishing across the bottom, like he was doing us some enormous favor. I cashed them because I desperately needed the money, but each one felt like swallowing poison. Then, 3 days ago, everything changed. The letter from First Union Bank arrived on a Tuesday, mixed in with overdue notices and grocery store advertisements. I almost discarded it, thinking it was another credit card offer I couldn't afford to consider. But the return address caught my attention. The embossed seal of a bank that had existed since Grandpa's time. Dear Mr. Thomas Martinez, it began. We are conducting a mandatory audit of inactive safe deposit boxes as required by state banking regulations. Our records indicate that box 3184, registered to Edward Martinez with you listed as secondary holder, has not been accessed since its opening in 1982. 1982. I would have been 6 years old, the same year Grandpa had taken me on my first real trucking run, a 4-day haul to Denver and back. The same trip where I'd helped him change a blown tire in the middle of nowhere, refusing his offer of $10 because, as I'd told him, family helps family for free. The letter continued. Accumulated annual fees of $16.25 per year over 42 years totals $682.50. Please remit payment within 72 hours or the contents will be transferred to the state as abandoned property per banking code section 2400. In prison. $682.50. It might as well have been $6,000. I had exactly $17 in my wallet, -23 in my checking account, and a maxed-out credit card I'd stopped answering collection calls about. But something about this safe deposit box, something about the timing, the fact that my name was on it, made my hands shake as I held that letter. I called the bank immediately. The customer service representative transferred me to Mrs. Helen Winters, the branch manager. "Mr. Martinez," she said after I explained the situation, "I can see the box in our system. Opened July 22, 1982, by Edward Martinez. You're listed as secondary holder with full access rights upon the primary holder's passing." But I was 6 years old then. Why would he put my name on it? I couldn't say, sir. But the fees must be paid in full before we can grant access. Can I arrange a payment plan? I recently lost my job and finances are extremely tight right now. There was a pause. "I'm sorry, Mr. Martinez, but bank policy requires full payment. You have until Friday at 5 p.m. I hung up and did what I'd sworn I'd never do. I called Sophia. "Dad, what's wrong?" She answered immediately, because I never called during her classes unless it was an emergency. "Nothing's wrong, sweetheart. I just need a small loan. $60 if you can spare it." "Dad, you paid my tuition when you didn't have it. I can send you money right now. Is 60 enough?" The shame burned in my throat. "It's enough. Thank you." I went to Sam's Pawn Palace on Riverside Avenue, carrying my father's watch, the Seiko he'd worn during his military service. Sam, who'd known our family for years, offered me $220 without haggling, his way of being kind. "You sure about this, Thomas? This watch has history." "It's just for a few days," I lied. "I'll be back for it." I donated plasma twice at the medical center, $45 each time. I cleaned rain gutters for elderly Mrs. Chen next door for another $60. I posted on TaskRabbit for any immediate jobs and got hired to move furniture for a graduate student, another $110. By Thursday evening, I had $630, still $52.50 short. That's when my car, my ancient 2002 Toyota Camry with 248,000 miles on it, decided to die. The transmission had been slipping for months, and it finally went completely on Friday morning as I tried to start it. The mechanic at the corner quoted $350 minimum just to diagnose it properly. I laughed, sitting in that dead car at 7 in the morning, with 5 hours until the bank's deadline. It was either cosmic cruelty or cosmic humor, and I chose to laugh rather than cry. I walked 5 miles to First Union Bank, my decent shirt soaked with sweat, carrying $630 in various bills stuffed into different pockets, because I was paranoid about losing it all at once. The July heat made the pavement shimmer, and by the time I pushed through the bank's glass doors, I looked like someone who'd been fighting a losing battle with life, which wasn't far from the truth. Mrs. Winters was waiting at her desk, a woman in her mid-50s with sympathetic eyes and gray hair pulled back in a professional bun. She watched me approach, saw me pull out the wrinkled bills, saw me count them twice before admitting defeat. $630, I said. "I know it's not enough. I sold everything I could. My car died this morning, or I'd have sold that too. Is there anything, any way you could work with me?" She looked at the money, then at my face, studying me like she was reading a story written in exhaustion and desperation. "You walked here?" she asked. 5 miles. My daughter needs the car when it's fixed, if it can be fixed. She's got an internship starting next week. I straightened up, trying to salvage some dignity. But this safe deposit box might be the only thing my grandfather left directly to me. My uncle took everything else. "Your uncle?" "Kenneth Martinez. He inherited Valley Freight Solutions. Sold it last year for $500 million. Her eyebrows rose slightly. "And you're here with $630, trying to pay a $682.50 fee." "Family's complicated," I said, which was the understatement of the century. Mrs. Winters turned to her computer, typing something quickly. Then she stood up, walked to a filing cabinet, and pulled out a physical ledger, one of those old leather-bound books banks used before everything went digital. She flipped through it, running her finger down columns of handwritten entries. Mr. Martinez, she said slowly, there appears to be an error in our system. According to this original ledger, the fees for box 3184 were prepaid through 2025, 43 years in advance, paid in cash by Edward Martinez on the day he opened it. We both knew she was lying. Her kindness was so unexpected that I had to grip the edge of her desk to stay steady. The audit letter was sent in error, she continued, her voice professional but her eyes warm. I apologize for the inconvenience. Would you like to access your box now? She led me to the vault, a massive steel door that belonged in a heist movie. Inside, hundreds of metal boxes lined the walls in perfect rows. She used her master key, along with the key that had been mailed with the audit letter, and pulled out box 3184. I'll give you privacy, she said, showing me to a small viewing room with a table and chair. My hands trembled as I lifted the lid. On top were 52 gold Krugerrands, South African coins that gleamed despite 4 decades in darkness. Each one was dated from the 1970s. I knew enough to recognize these were worth at least $2,000 each, possibly more. Beneath the gold was a stock certificate for 1,200 shares of Apple Computer, purchased on August 20th, 1984. Original IPO shares. Never sold, never split. My mind couldn't calculate what they'd be worth now, after all the stock splits and growth. But it was clearly millions. Many millions. At the bottom lay 2 envelopes. The first was marked, "To my grandson Thomas," to be opened only in the presence of injustice. The second, smaller envelope said, "Read second." I tore open the first letter with shaking hands. Grandpa's handwriting, shaky but determined, filled 3 pages. Thomas, if you're reading this, then Kenneth has done what I feared he might during my illness. He brought papers constantly, claiming they were treatment authorizations, insurance forms, power of attorney for medical decisions. I was on morphine, fentanyl, oxycodone, barely conscious most days. I signed whatever he put in front of me because I trusted my son. Later, during a brief lucid moment, my nurse Teresa showed me what I'd actually signed. A new will, leaving everything to Kenneth. By then I was too weak to fight a legal battle, too close to passing to spend my last days in court. But I wasn't too weak to plan. The gold was my father's, your great-grandfather's. He never trusted banks after the Depression. Kept this hidden from everyone, even my wife. The Apple stock was a gamble I took with cash earnings, keeping it secret because I wanted something outside the company, something Kenneth couldn't touch or even know existed. But here's what truly matters. On September 5th, 2010, I recorded everything. 95 minutes of me explaining what Kenneth did, how he did it, what my true wishes were. Teresa witnessed it, notarized my statement. That recording and all documentation are in a sealed file at Patterson & Associates. Tell Mr. Patterson to open the Sanchez contingency file. He's been waiting. The company was always meant for you, Thomas. You understood what we built. It wasn't about money, but about promises kept. Workers treated fairly, handshakes that meant something. Kenneth wanted wealth. You wanted work. There's a difference. Use the Apple stock to fight. Use the gold for your family. Use the recording to restore justice. I'm sorry I couldn't fix this while alive, but sometimes the longest route is the only way home. Your grandfather, Edward. P.S. I put your name on this box the day you helped with that tire and wouldn't take money for it. You were 6. You said family helps family. You remembered what mattered. You always did. I opened the second envelope with trembling hands. It was shorter, written the same week he'd opened the safe deposit box in 1982. Thomas, you'll find this when the time is right. That's the nature of truth. It waits patiently for its moment. By now you've learned that patience and justice are old friends. They take their time, but they always arrive together. Remember that your children deserve to know their great-grandfather loved them, even from beyond, especially from beyond. Straight to Patterson & Associates in Mrs. Winters's personal car. She'd insisted on lending it to me when she saw I was planning to walk again. The elderly lawyer's face went completely white when I walked into his office and said 5 words. Open the Sanchez contingency file. Thank God, he whispered. And for the first time in 15 years, he looked me directly in the eye. I've been waiting for you to walk through that door every single day since your grandfather's funeral. He retrieved a locked metal box from his office safe, his hands trembling as he opened it. Inside were 3 DVDs, a stack of notarized documents, and medical records showing exactly what medications Grandpa had been on when he supposedly signed the new will. "Why didn't you say something at the will reading?" I asked, though part of me already knew the answer. "Kenneth threatened to destroy my practice if I revealed this," Patterson admitted. "He had connections, powerful clients who could have ruined me overnight. Your grandfather knew this would happen. He told me to wait for you, that you'd find the safe deposit box when you were ready to fight. He said justice delayed isn't justice denied if it protects the innocent in the meantime." Pressured the recording together. There was Grandpa, propped up in his hospital bed, clear-eyed despite his illness, speaking directly to the camera. Teresa Vargas, his hospice nurse, sat beside him, holding his hand as he detailed everything. How Kenneth had visited only when he needed signatures. How he'd waited until the morphine was at its peak. How he'd physically guided Grandpa's hand when he was too weak to hold the pen properly. "My true will," Grandpa said on the recording, "divides Valley Freight equally among my grandchildren, with Thomas as executor. The company was built on trust and should be run by someone who understands that trust matters more than profit margins. Kenneth has the education, but Thomas has the heart. And in this business, heart is what survives." The Apple stock was worth $13 million after all the splits and growth. Not the $500 million Kenneth had gotten for selling the company, but enough to hire the best legal team in the state. The mediation took place 7 weeks later in a conference room overlooking the city skyline. Kenneth arrived with 5 lawyers. I had 3, plus the recording, plus Teresa Vargas's testimony via video link from her assisted living facility in Arizona, where she lived at 88 years old with a memory sharp as surgical steel. "You can't prove anything was forged," Kenneth shouted when he realized we weren't bluffing, his composed executive mask finally cracking completely. "We don't have to prove forgery," my lead attorney responded calmly. "We just have to prove undue influence on a heavily medicated dying man. The recording does that beautifully, along with the medical records showing he was on 3 different opioids when he allegedly signed. Or we can go to trial and let a jury of working folks decide who they believe. The grandson who worked warehouses, or the son who made $500 million off his dying father's signature." The settlement was sealed under court order, but I can share this much. My daughter Sophia graduated debt-free and started her own nonprofit organization, helping other first-generation college students navigate the financial aid system. She's getting married next spring, and money won't be a concern. My sister Monica came back from Washington, opened the restaurant she'd dreamed about since culinary school, and named it Edward's Table. Every Friday evening, she serves free meals to truck drivers, honoring the people who built Grandpa's dream. I started Martinez Family Freight with 4 trucks and 6 drivers, all former Valley Freight employees Kenneth had terminated. We're small, but we're growing the right way, the way Grandpa would have wanted. Every driver gets full benefits, profit sharing, and respect. Their children's names go on my office wall next to their family photos, just like Grandpa used to do. Uncle Kenneth still has his millions, still lives in his Connecticut mansion. But last month his daughter Ashley called me out of the blue. "Uncle Thomas," she said, "I know what my father did was wrong. I want to learn the business the right way, from the ground up, the way great-grandpa Edward would have wanted." I hired her as a dispatcher. She's actually excellent at it. Arrives early, treats the senior drivers with respect, asks questions, and listens to the answers. Last week, she stayed late to help a driver whose truck broke down, coordinating the tow and arranging his hotel, and refused overtime pay for it. "Family helps family," she said, and I had to walk away so she wouldn't see me tear up. Mrs. Winters, the bank manager who chose kindness over policy, I went back to thank her properly once everything was settled. Turns out her own father had been cheated by a business partner decades ago, left with nothing but debt and shame. "Sometimes," she told me over coffee, "we get to be the kindness we once needed." She was absolutely right. That $682.50 fee she waived didn't just open a box. It opened a door to justice that had been waiting 42 years to swing wide open. I keep exactly $682.50 in cash in my office safe now. Not for security, but as a reminder that sometimes the smallest acts of mercy can topple empires built on lies. And if someone ever comes to me needing help, needing that one break that changes everything, I'll be ready. Grandpa Edward was right about patience and justice being old friends. They took their time with Kenneth, but when they finally arrived, they brought the whole truth with them. And truth, as it turns out, is worth more than $500 million. It's worth being able to look your daughter in the eye and tell her that integrity isn't just a word on a mission statement. It's worth sleeping soundly, knowing you earned what you have honestly. It's worth everything. The company motto at Martinez Family Freight, painted right on our trucks, is simple. Family helps family. Not because we're all related by blood, but because that's what Grandpa's legacy was really about. Treating everyone like they matter. Because they do.